Right now, water rescues are happening across southeast and central Missouri after flash flooding in the middle of the night. Many of those rescued were campers at Bearcat Gateway Campground that's in Reynolds County. It sits along the Black River in Lesterville, where the river reached historic flooding levels. Just north of that, there's major flooding at Johnson Shut-in State Park. That's also in Reynolds County. And just in the last few hours, Missouri's governor declared a state of emergency. Thank you for joining us at 5 o'clock. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. Rescuers have been working nonstop since that flash flooding started very early this morning, around 12 hours now. Right now, they still don't know exactly how many people may be missing. Iron and Reynolds counties were hit the hardest. Those areas saw a record amount of rain with around a foot falling in just a matter of hours. We have team coverage tonight. We start with Melanie Johnson. She just got an update on those water rescues. What can you tell us, Melanie?
Yeah, Ann and Kelly, within the last 30 minutes, we found out and saw helicopters drop off survivors of this flooding. Among those rescued, 160 teenagers from a nearby summer camp. We're told that this rescue was so massive because 12 inches of rain came down in a matter of 12 hours. The Black River reaching historic levels at 28 feet, causing flooding in Iron and Reynolds counties. During an afternoon press conference, emergency crews walked us through life-saving rescues. Those include nearly 20 people pulled from a collapsed building while waiting for help on the roof, and 168 teenagers stranded in a dining room at Camp Tomsock. Helicopters are flying all of them in as the Arcadia Valley High School will serve as a reunification center. Even first responders needed to be rescued after their boat capsized. The Missouri Highway Patrol reports that 5 people remain missing right now. A command center has been set up at the high school to help coordinate relief efforts and help families track down loved ones.
Right now, a lot of the roadways that we would normally use to reach some of these camps has been diminished and destroyed, and it's going to take time to rebuild those, and with approximately 6 inches of more rain that could be occurring in this area, time is not something that we have.
As they prepare for more rain on the way, the governor has issued a state of emergency. Now, we do know that the Salvation Army has come for this command center, and they are asking everyone not to self-deploy. If you need assistance or need to be rescued, they're asking people to call the St. Francis County Dispatch Center. We're going to bring it over to Tracy Henson, as she's been surveying the damage in Reynolds County all day.
Melanie, one of the only ways I've actually been able to figure out what is going on in Lesterville is through talking to people, texting and calling who are actually there. And I just got some confirmation from somebody who was there earlier today, and she says that they are able to get out right now on 21 North to get out towards Ironton, but currently 21 South is still flooded. Now, that means the water has receded enough that they can get out of town. However, this was also the area where earlier we saw quite a road cave in, so I'm sure it's down to one lane at one point there. Now, behind me is the Black River, and this is actually a road here that leads up to the Black River. The Black River is far beyond up under this bridge, and I've been standing out here now for a little over 2 hours checking off and on. We really haven't seen it recede very much from this end, and we are expecting more rainfall, so I do expect the river to grow even more as we get more rain overnight. Now, let's talk about Lesterville. The power is out there, but cell signal has been strong enough for residents to text me pictures and videos of what they're seeing. This afternoon, Brittany McCartney drove around Lesterville to give us an update on how things are looking. She told me the water is coming down, but there is still a lot of water to go. Even when the water recedes, though, there's going to be that other issue. The North Highway into Lesterville is caving in. We have video of that as well. This is just one of the unique roads that carries multiple numbers. It is also called Highway 49 and 72. As we spoke with the man who lives just off the road, pavement was crumbling away.
It's dropped already in the past 4 hours, probably 4 or 5 feet. But as you can see, it was well coming over the highway right here, actually. There went another big chunk.
Definitely scary conditions, because we actually had driven past that to meet up with where the water was receding, and that road was intact about an hour before we took that video, seeing where that roadway was caving in. Now, as more rainfall is expected tonight, road conditions could change drastically, and there's not much in the way of street lights out here, so be very careful if you know anybody driving in or out of Lesterville. For now, live in Reynolds County, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
And then there is a water rescue underway in Crawford County right now for at least one person. This is located near Davisville. We are told there have been multiple rescues in that area. And also, the Red Cross is responding to help people impacted by this devastating flooding. There's a shelter open in Centerville. You can also call 1-800-RED-CROSS for help. You can also download the Red Cross emergency app.
We heard from Melanie. We do have a weather impact alert, but Melanie was saying the Missouri State Highway Patrol said, hey, look, time's not on our side here because we've got rain coming tonight and we've got to get these people to safety. Scott, what's the latest on the rain?
Yeah, and that's one of the big things right now. Part of the rain that we had last night, pretty much all of it ran just straight in and ran off and into the rivers. Now, the good news that we have on the Black River at Annapolis, while we had a record high crest today at 28.7 feet, it's now down to 26.1. So we're past the crest. It's starting to drop, but that wall of water is working its way downstream. Also of note, Steelville along the Merrimack's going into minor is in minor flood stage. Will crest as we head into tomorrow morning at 17.4 feet, about 23 feet for moderate flooding in Sullivan. So that water, a lot of that water is coming into the upper reaches of the Merrimack River. We're not worried about Burnsville and the Big River, but the Burbus is going to take about a 10-foot jump as well. Now, how much rain fell? 6 to 12 inches in this narrow band here that stretched just north of Rolla through St. James, down through Viburnum, Lesterville, Centerville, Ironton, the Arcadia Valley really taking it on the chin here. The flash flood warnings have been extended a while longer to go until 7 o'clock. And you see there are a few showers and thunderstorms trying to develop in this area. A few more in Jefferson County over into Monroe County. These areas saw some heavier rain, but at least these, as they go through DeSoto, head towards Festus, head south of Waterloo, they're on the move. That storm that's up along 55 south of Litchfield has some small hail with it. And then we'll watch for development out here to our west. Evening hours, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. Some will have gusty winds and downpours. Again, potential for additional flooding and severe weather tonight. Our weather impact alert stays up through the evening hours.
And we have another big story tonight. Tonight, federal investigators are looking into a deadly plane crash in Illinois.
We know 2 people died when the plane crashed this morning near Waterloo in Monroe County. Our Megan Kernan joins us live with details about these victims. Megan.
Ann and Kelly, officials updated us less than 2 hours ago. The 2 people who were killed were a 48-year-old pilot and his 22-year-old son from Oklahoma. Investigators say they were in town to see a Cardinals game last night and were flying home when their plane crashed in rural Waterloo. The mobile command post along Illinois Route 3 has been the center of the emergency response all day. The NTSB says the plane crashed before 11 last night, but first responders weren't dispatched until about 2:30 this morning. Officials say the father and son took off from Bethalto into an area of developing severe weather. Investigators say flight data shows the plane appeared to turn, possibly to avoid the storm, before entering a descending spiral and losing radar contact. Rain, low clouds, and poor visibility hampered the search until Arch Air Medical Helicopter found the plane around 7:40 this morning, crashed in trees near T Road. Multiple agencies across Illinois and the St. Louis area helped assist. The Monroe County Sheriff's Department released a statement saying, quote, "We extend our deepest condolences to the victims' family and loved ones. Our thoughts and prayers remain with them during this incredibly difficult time." The NTSB and FAA are now investigating. NTSB investigators are on the way here and say a preliminary report is expected within 30 days. The Sheriff's Department tells us the victims' families from Oklahoma were on scene earlier where they were notified. Such a tragic story here. Live in Monroe County, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.